So today we're gonna try to use stealth to see if we can actually beat the S-75 line and get in this position, basically pass them. But before we do that, obviously, if we just fly over the targets, we're gonna get destroyed by the S-75. So I'm gonna use the Strike Eagle here to basically create a hole in these two sides over here and see if we can pass with a normal F-15 and then with the F-117 to see if this stealth works. Remember, stealth is not a thing that it's used to just pass over AA sites. It will normally be used to actually just you know, be invisible enough that you cannot get killed by actually you know, escaping on gaps that exist in the actual detection zones, right, and launch zones. So we're gonna try to create a gap first and then try to bomb or pass with the F-117. I know it's kind of weird, but if we just fly directly to the targets, you won't do anything, right? You're just gonna get killed, as you might have saw in the other video, right? So yeah, let's try to find the targets. Okay, there's one right there. This is the one, or that I might actually kill this one before I can do anything, but yeah. So I destroyed this one. I'm gonna try to find this one now. See? Then we're gonna bomb it and try to go past here. Let's see, come on. I need to locate where the targets are before they start to kill me. There you go, they're right there. I'm using the advantage that a JDAM and GPUs guided by GPS provide, right? So we're gonna try to deploy them right there again, and then it should be good to go. So here we go. The bombs should fly directly to the target. Oh, the missile almost hit me. These S-75s, man. They are amazing. So yeah, we're gonna destroy that side over there, as you see. The important part is to destroy the radar. And these two ones are, you know, now dead. So we're gonna try to pass with an F-15 to have kind of a... how do I say this? Control group, and then after that we're gonna try it with the F-117. We're gonna do it at 6,000 meters and just flying as fast as I can. But we're gonna start it up with in the bottom of the map over here. So here we go. We're gonna climb it up. We're probably gonna get killed. It's just a control, okay? It's just to have an idea that you get killed, you do get killed by these missiles. Even if we destroy some of them over here. Bingo fuel. We have multiple missiles coming towards us, as you see. And if we just fly directly, we're gonna get killed. Maybe we can be fast enough? No, it's gonna kill me. For sure. Maybe we have to kill another one. I'm not gonna climb too much, yeah. 3,000 meters is fine. I thought I needed to climb more, but I don't. So we're gonna now try to get the same effect with the F-117 to see if we can bypass that region over here. Flying high, I mean, if I flew, like, you know, in a low position, it won't matter too much. I might have to kill this one as well to be able to have enough range over here to try to escape from this. But yeah, this is basically how they fly with stealth, okay? The objective would be to hit something behind enemy lines, for example. They would, you know, if it's like this, good of a situation for them with coverage for the AA systems, they would destroy some AA systems and try to bring some form of gap so that the F-117s could actually do something, right? But even then, it might not be good enough, just two of them. might need a bigger gap, but that's the idea, right? To slip past a gap that exists, basically meaning that stealth only works at a distance, guys. If you get close enough, you're gonna get killed. We're just gonna test it out to see if it's enough. 2 of them being destroyed. I don't think it is, but yeah, imagine that we have a target to hit behind enemy lines over here. So 3,000 meters more or less. I don't see any enemy launches for now, so I think we're still stealth. We're still invisible for now. Probably not gonna last for long. I have a feeling that 2 of them won't be enough. Yeah, here we have the SPAAs from before. Yeah, and the missile killed me. I don't know which of these killed me. I don't have an RWR, which is problematic, right? Let's try to kill these 2, maybe, or one of them, to actually do something about this. Let me try to widen this gap to see how much of a gap we need to make stealth work compared to normal aircraft. Here we go again. I destroyed another of these sites. We're gonna try to bypass them right in the middle over there, a little bit to the left from before, not too much to be able to be detected by the other one. And yeah, let's see if it actually works. I don't think it will. I think stealth is working against these sites, but it is not good enough. You know, I mean, I don't think ever in real life we would see so many sites this close to them. You know, we would probably, in a real life scenario, we would probably see like 2 of these only, you know, here and there. So yeah, it's kind of a weird. It would be like 1 here, maybe 1 here or something, but it would still have this wide of a gap, maybe a little bit more, probably more actually, maybe 1 more of a distance between them over here. So yeah, we're gonna try to do a Hail Mary situation next time if this doesn't work, to try to make it work with 4 or even 5 of them, you know, maybe all of them destroyed and passing right in the middle to see if we can see stealth working. But let's be honest, it doesn't look too good. Almost 3,000 meters, same kind of altitude from before. The objective is to pass towards the other side of the protection at 3,000 meters using stealth. Let's see. For now, I don't see any missile launches, but I have a feeling that there is probably a missile already in the air. The problem is that we don't have RWRs with this thing, so we don't even know. Yeah, the distance is like 10 to 15 kilometers from the sites, which is borderline what they detect us. I think it's like around 20 or something. I don't see missiles. This is really scary. The weird part is that the backside of the stealth part of this aircraft is really bad compared to the front part. So they might actually get a launch because we are going cold aspect. It might be working. Okay. I think it worked. We remained undetected, I think. Oh no. Yeah, they detected us. They detected us. But yeah, they are losing us. See? The missile is guiding and then not guiding anymore. Yeah, we are borderline being detected because of the co-aspect. So it's kind of working, but not really, because of the co-aspect. So they didn't detect us by the front. The side was okay, but once we started to be on the cold aspect side of things, we started to be detected and they fired a missile. This is very interesting. So let me show to you guys how different would it be if it was a normal aircraft, just to have a control idea of how the stealth is actually working. If we destroy 1 more, it will probably work pretty well. The problem is the cold aspect. I mean, look at this. They are already detecting us. So we are probably already having missiles being launched, I would say, so that you can have a difference, an idea of how stealth actually works. And that's the idea, guys, right? The stealth would work by being stealthy on the gaps that exist. Of course, any type of aircraft would be, yeah, I mean, already missile launches, we are already getting fired up on, doing the same flight path. I mean, I was killed around here when we started to be in a cold aspect, when they like started to be detected. But look at us, we are already here and we are already getting detected. This is how stealth works, guys. A stealth mission, I mean, look at the missile there. Stealth would actually work just by having a way of having this gap and using it, basically, right? Because if you go straight to an enemy air-to-air system or anti-air system, it will get you killed, as you saw way before. I mean, I'm fast enough that I can get there, but a little bit quicker as well. But, you know, it's just, you know, it's not working. We're gonna try to kill one more target, one of these sites, and then test it out the stealth again. But as you saw, I was detected being launched from here. So the actual like range of these things is 20, 25, 30 kilometers on a normal aircraft. And, you know, with the other aircraft, with the F-117, we are not being detected until we get into a cold aspect. So maybe if I kill another one, I can get away with just passing to the other side safely. To see, you know, so we're gonna kill another one just to make sure, but you can already see how stealth works, right? Like I said, the gap needs to be very big, and these gaps will exist in real life, of course, guys. Like I said, I don't think ever Vietnam had so many sites like this up close like this. You know, normally we would see probably just a couple of them in a map like this, because you kind of don't even need. I mean, I'm testing 80s to 90s to 2000s technologies against a 50s technology, and you can already see that, of course, stealth will work, but obviously in a much better, more modern AA system, it will be completely different, right? So just have that in mind when I'm testing this type of thing, okay? We can do even a Hail Mary in the next one, but I think this will be fine. So I killed the one here. We should be fine to just fly straight to the enemy territory over here. Again, just to show how much stealth needs to actually work. People tend to forget about this, right? And another thing is that, obviously, I mean, I needed to kill 4 of these sites, but in real life, we wouldn't see these many sites up close like this. And of course, no stealth aircraft in 1950, 60, you know, 70, right? So, yeah. This wouldn't be a thing, right? But it's a cool test to see, because it is the only site of AA systems that we have in the game that it's realistic like this, right? Actually, I'm gonna do a video talking about how they are performing, the S-75 sites, but it is properly working like it is in real life according to most sources, right? With the 5 kilometer minimum range, you know, 25 kilometer maximum altitude, 40 kilometers max range, but normally would be 20, 25 kilometers effective range. It's actually pretty realistic, right? So again, we are not being fired upon, I don't think. We're gonna have to wait and see. We're gonna try to fly straight up here to see if we can actually maintain and be alive, to see if the stealth is gonna work well enough that even when the co-aspect hits and you get detected, we are already past the AA part, right? So yeah, of course we're flying high enough that no low level anti-air will kill me like the Shukas. So yeah, I should be safe from stealth and from any type of detection. So let's wait and see. For now it's pretty good. Should be fine until we become a cold aspect, become basically running away aspect from the AAs, and then they probably will start to detect us, especially this one. It's funny how it works. They need to like properly work how stealth works. Now we only have 3 detection parameters, you know, RCS from the front, from the sides, and from the back. We need more realistic ones. But I think it's working pretty well, right? We're gonna have to check with the F-15 to see if it actually worked or not. Because if the F-15 doesn't get detected, I mean, it would be a problem, right? Then it's not the stealth working, it's just that there is no AA system trying to attack us anymore. Which is kind of funny. Think we're fine, guys. Think we're fine. So, yeah, I would basically just maintain my course and go do my mission now. Yeah, missile in the air. See, again, cold aspect, side to cold aspect, then it starts to be detected. But I think we're gonna be fine. I'm not gonna move my course over here. The missile is very close, but I think we're gonna be fine. I can try to do this. Turn to the side to be invisible to the radar. Yeah, see, it worked. So you turn to the side and then you become invisible to the enemy's radar. So this, I would assume it's something that the USAF would use as well, you know, changing directions and stuff to make sure you know, become invisible again if you're not. Maybe in like a pattern or something. So I should be invisible now to with the side aspect to those radars, right? And then they might be seeing down there with the cold aspect, but then I turn again 90 degrees, and then now I'm invisible to those AA systems and probably visible to those. So you can use the way that you fly the aircraft to become a little bit more stealthy, and it worked very well, you know. One of the missiles detected me in a cold aspect, tried to shoot at me. I used maneuvering to become, you know, invisible again. And yeah, that's mission accomplished. I had to kill 4 of them, so this is the gap that you would need in real life, maybe to be able to bypass the A systems, maybe a little bit more even. I have no idea, but yeah, we did it. Let's jump and compare it to the F-15, just for you to check it out how it's gonna be. So they are already tracking us, so they are trying to get a lock and a shot already. Of course, I don't know when they're doing that with the F-117 because we don't have an RWR on that thing. But yeah, not gonna be too fast. Maybe I'm gonna just deploy my bombs over here just to be a little bit lighter and try to maintain kind of a super cruise here, not to be too fast, and see when will we be destroyed, flying kind of the same parameters over here as the 117. I don't see any missile launches for now, but I see detections and locks. Yeah, we see a launch already, a launch. Something that happened, yeah, you can already see it. Something that happened way later with the 117. Let's see if the missile can hit it. It will be the, you know, the ultimate test, because if I get hit it here, it means that the F-117 indeed stealthiness worked a lot, right? But this is how stealth would work. This is the cool part about the video, right? Is to show how in real life stealth would be used to be able to just bypass any AA systems. You can see that it's getting closer. I can even do the same maneuver, try to turn a little bit to see. And it will miss me by the same margin, which is kind of funny. Passed right next to me, but the missile passed me way closer than it was way before, right? I was around here when the F-117 got shot. So, yeah, I think the F-15 is gonna be alive. Another missile coming. We didn't see any other missiles coming before. So it is safer with the 117, but I don't know if it's working properly. Maybe it is. I don't think that missile is gonna hit me. So yeah, we are on the borderline maximum range of these missiles. I mean, they are hitting, they're probably around here somewhere. They're like 20 to 30 kilometers away from me. Doubt that we're gonna get hit it. So we bypass it, but we got shot way earlier. So I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, the stealth did work, but maybe... Oh, look at the missile right here. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah. I thought he was invisible. I thought he was way, like, way beyond us. But yeah, you get the idea, right? Of course, with an aircraft such as this, you can bypass it. But with the F-117 is a lot safer, right? With this much of a gap. Another one. Yeah, I'm dead now. So yeah, it worked. Not as much as you would think, but it did work, I think, pretty well, right? So this is the stealth working against the S-75. A little bit of a test there. You saw that eventually it became more and more feasible for the 117 to bypass everything, right? So very, very cool. I see you guys at the next one. Make sure to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and bye guys, see you.